Sean here with a quick hit. This image behind me, believe it or not, is the opening image to the movie Chicago, based on the musical. And this opening image is exactly what I want to talk about, and that is grounded magic realism. When Bill Condon was writing Chicago as the movie, they decided that what they wanted to do is, instead of just playing it as a straight musical where people just kind of break out into song, they're going to justify why the song, why the singing. So it actually starts in the eye because this movie is mostly through the point of view of one of the characters who is imagining herself in all of these musical pieces. So we're opening up on Roxy Hart's eyes, and we'll see as the movie progresses that sometimes the musical numbers, and most of the musical numbers, are partially in the real world, partially in a fantasy make-up world of musical and musical dance. And it intercuts between the two. Except for the very first number, which is Velma singing all that jazz, and the very last number, which is Velma and Roxy on stage. Those two are the performances as we're probably seeing them, but everything else is through the eyes, which allows us to go into a place of fantasy with a grounded reality. We know that we're in the fantasy because this is a fantasy that's being played directly off of what's happening within the reality. This is great for a satire that wants to play out magic realism because it grounds it, and the satire needs to be grounded to be effective. This is also used in American fiction, which is what made me think of this as I watched American fiction recently. And there's a couple scenes. It's a very grounded drama. It takes place in a real world, but there are moments where we go into the head of the author and we see what the author is writing. By establishing that, he's allowed to use magic realism within the storytelling, but at the same time not have it be a anything goes kind of a world. It's a beautiful way to kind of set things up. In American fiction, of course, it uses it to set up an important thing that happens later, right? For those of you who've seen it. So anyway, the point of this, kind of watch, see how they intersperse between a reality in Chicago and the real thing of what's actually happening, how the two are tied together, how they feed each other, and you've got a grounded magic realism. It's something that I actually suggest a lot when you're looking to go outside the box. Magic realism is a fun place to play. Grounded magic realism, even more fun. Okay, I'm going to go watch Catherine for a little bit. What are some of your favorite magic realism moments in movies, TVs, or plays? Let me know in the comments below.